The Women's Center for Education and Career Advancement was started by a group of women who had worked with the National Council of Negro Women. And the idea was to provide programs for women who didn't have the same opportunities that we had for training or to go to college or to get better jobs. And so we talked to a variety of women's groups in New York City and came up with the idea of the Women's Center. And our idea was to assist women in moving ahead financially, educationally, and in terms of jobs. A fair number of the women we had worked with came back to us over the years and said they needed financial help because while they were working, they found that they were in credit card debt. So we worked very closely with, I would say, several hundred women and discovered that it wasn't that they were abusing credit. The reality was that they weren't earning enough money to make ends meet, and they were using credit to supplement low wages. So when we were presented with the idea of the self-sufficiency standard, we were very happy to jump on board because it gave us the ability to figure out exactly how much money each family needed to make ends meet. Since the year 1970, when we opened, we've helped about 40,000 women in New York City to move ahead in their lives, to access benefits that they were financially eligible for. Because the common wisdom at that time is that if people were working full-time, they earned enough money to make ends meet, but nobody had any idea what that dollar amount was. And for those people who thought they knew, they never made a distinction among something like the ages of the children. So the cost categories are different for infants as opposed to teenagers. And we understood, being New Yorkers, that it cost a different amount of money to buy food, to rent an apartment based on where you lived in New York City. So the self-sufficiency standard gave us the opportunity to be very specific with working families. And it helped us and it helped them to assess the financial realities of their lives. We are very pleased that the true cost of living ballot measure was finally passed in New York City. And I will say that the United Way of New York City has been a true and generous partner in trying to make this happen over the years. What does it mean? It means that public policy will now be based on the reality of working families' financial circumstances. And I can't think of a better basis for making public policy going forward.